Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Here we go. Are we there? Can anybody hear me? Let me know. It looks like my mic is on. We are streaming. Phew! I think I've sorted out that Windows update. Yeah, mic's looking good. Desktop audio is okay. Good to see everybody. Yeah, we have got some stuff to get through today. Honestly, I've been laughing at this, and honestly, I think one of the comments that there's somebody's written an article on has literally got to be one of the funniest and most stupidest things I have ever come across. So anyway, let's crack on with this then. And here we go. Wow, look at the spread of variety there. So Binance look at this, BTC.com with 5.5% of the hash rate. They have massively increased their hash rate on Bitcoin, and they're on Bcrash as well. But good to see them on there. I think. Also, the chap at OKX is speaking at the CoinGeek conference. So we've got OKX still mining on Bcrash there. And they're quite a big miner, mining on Coolcoin as well. But I'm guessing they must be Bitcoin friendly, otherwise they wouldn't be speaking at the CoinGeek conference. So we'll put a tick on our list of that one, friendly. Meme, Norpool, Spiderpool, F2 Pool, yeah, they've increased as well to 1.39. Poolin, I think, is still where they were, but the other miners have drastically increased their hash rate on the network. Other mining pools still keeping them at bay, but yeah, a picture paints 1,000 words, and this tells the story as to what is going on a day by day. And so apparently, this small world network is the crux of the matter when it comes to tech, because mesh networks, apparently, this is quotes, mesh networks just have too many points of failure. Whereas Bitcoin runs on this small world network where I think somebody said you're never more than sort of 6 hops away from where you want to be because of the way it's designed. So we'll start off with this one. So Norway have got the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world. and I think the government is only allowed to take 5% of it a year. So I mean, Norway, even though it's a remarkably green country, and it's probably leading the world with electric cars and all that kind of stuff. It makes its money from selling dirty oil. So I mean, how hypocritical is that? So they've bought into Corecoin. Honestly, and this is a multi-billion-dollar sovereign wealth fund. In fact, let's just have a look at the wealth of this. So we'll go Norwegian sovereign wealth fund. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. So Wikipedia might be best. We'll just have a look at the value of this. I mean, this is the largest one in the world. Look at this. What is that? Okay, so that's Nordic Corona, is it? Something like that. So that's a million. That's a billion. So that's a trillion. So that is $10 trillion. Wow. Yeah, $10 trillion. So here we go. The Government Pension Fund of Norway comprises two entirely separate sovereign wealth funds owned by the Government of Norway. The Government Pension Fund Global, also known as the Oil Fund, was established in 1990 to invest the surplus revenues of the Norwegian petroleum sector. It has over $1 trillion in assets, including 1.4% of the global stocks and shares. Wow. I mean, that is massive. Making it the world's largest sovereign wealth fund. In May 2018, it was worth about $195,000 per Norwegian citizen. Wow, that's huge. And it also holds portfolios of real estate and fixed income investments. Many companies are excluded by the fund on ethical grounds. The Government Pension Fund Norway is the smaller and was established in 1967 as a type of national insurance fund. It's managed separately from the oil fund and is limited to domestic and Scandinavian investments, and is therefore a key stockholder in many large Norwegian companies, predominantly via the Oslo Stock Exchange. Here, Justin Sun says, Tron offers rare apology after 10 billion user gaffe. I mean, if ever there was... Look at this. Leak reveals $2 trillion of possibly corrupt US financial activity. Where did Blockstream get their money from? From the people who sit next to the money printers, brushing under the carpet, feeding it through institutions. Here you go. They literally, this is why the US literally do not care. Because they're not bothered. I don't even think they're bothered about their citizens. Why would they be bothered about their citizens? When you see some of the squalor, and the poverty that their citizens are living in, those at the top are the richest people in the world. Because they're just sat next to the money printer, which is the world's global reserve currency, and they can print whatever they like. It's got no value to them whatsoever. And when it has no value to them, again, they just simply have utter contempt for it. Bitflyer integrates with PayPal for easy access to Corecoin. The European branch of the giant Japanese exchange now allows users to buy and sell cryptocurrency via PayPal. Again, people are just going to be buying Corecoin with this. But, the just means that the market cap will probably go up. But, what makes me laugh is that all these shitcoiners are wondering why the market capitalization of Corecoin hasn't gone up. And it's because, again, nobody trusts it, because all the really smart people, not Michael Saylor, who have actually looked into it, they're just like, look, we want these questions answered. If they can't be answered thoroughly enough, we believe this, we think that, no, don't want believe, don't want think, want to know. How does this thing work? How is it neutral? How is it going to send micropayment? These shitcoiners think that something that can only handle 7 transactions a second is useful. Stripe pays $120,000 to steer clear of alleged $8 million crypto scam. Ugh. And that's all they're getting, $120,000. If that isn't... how is that meant to deter scammers? When, pay $120,000 and get $8 million back. Oh, all right, there you go. This was Recycle SV. This has got a mention by CoinGeek. So this was really good to see Daz's project getting a good review here. So Recycle SV wants to give monetary value to your recyclable waste. That'll do. Right then, peeps. Rock and roller. Here we go. I'll do the ones I already know as quickly as I can, and I'll dong the people who obviously were in here early today but couldn't make it because of my live hiccups. Never a dull moment on live broadcast. Here we go. This is yours, on the way, coming to you loud and clear. Nice one. Right, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. As always, there's always going to be more and more stuff coming on. So until tomorrow, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy given. See you guys soon. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity, free for 15 hours. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below.